kitchen. Purchase your bottle of InfoWarsLife.com Silver Bullet Colloidal Silver today and find other amazing supplements at InfoWarsLife.com. From the water table to our soils to the atmosphere itself, our world is becoming more and more toxic each and every day. But it's not just the air outside that's toxic. Indoor air has been shown to have 2 to 5 times higher concentrations of pollutants than even outdoor air. And most Americans spend 90% of their time inside using toxic chemicals within their homes. There are more than 42 million smokers in the United States. Well over 1,000 types of mold and mildew linked to numerous conditions. And don't forget the fact that 6 million Americans live with pets they're allergic to as well. When I began to research these statistics, it was clear to me it was time to start cleansing my lungs in order to combat the toxic environment that we cannot escape but that we can fight back against. Made with organic and wild cultivated herbs and manufactured in the USA, the new InfoWars Life Lung Cleanse is here in a convenient spray bottle that can be brought with you throughout any toxic environment. Now available exclusively at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139.
City of Austin tap water versus filtered City of Austin tap water.
I can taste dirt in it.
God knows what's in this.
These people just sampled City of Austin tap water straight from the faucet. Next, we had them try a sample of tap water filtered with the ProPure G2.0 filtration system.
That one is better.
Tastes like nothing.
Yep, I know what good water tastes like. It's good water.
Most tap water contains added substances like fluoride, chlorine, glyphosate, and many others. Studies prove that these substances are linked to an assortment of major health issues, including tooth decay, lowered IQ, and even cancer.
It tastes like you're drinking out of the lake when you're drinking tap water.
The ProPure G2.0 filtration system removes these deadly substances, leaving only fresh-tasting, deliciously clean water.
Okay, this is very tasty.
It's good water.
Refreshing.
It's good.
Go to InfoWarsStore.com today. Use promo code WATER and save 10% off your ProPure purchase. Or call 1-888-253-3139.
I've always believed in nutrition and herbs. Super Male Vitality was developed to activate your body's own natural processes instead of using synthetic chemicals, sourced from powerful organic herbs, harvested around the planet, and then concentrated for maximum potency.
I just received my Male Vitality about 3 days ago, and I must say, that is good stuff.
After consulting top doctors, nutritionists, pharmacists, and others, we have developed what I believe is the ultimate non-GMO organic Super Male Vitality formula. Super Male Vitality by InfoWars Life is so powerful that I only take half the recommended dose.
I jump out of bed ready to fight these criminals every day. I look forward to waking up and taking my Super Male Vitality and getting the day started.
It's not just the Super Male Vitality. All the products at InfoWarsLife.com are simply amazing. Visit InfoWarsLife.com today to secure your Super Male Vitality and other powerful products from InfoWars Life.
Coast to coast, direct from Austin. You're listening to the Alex Jones Broadcasting Network.
Crashing through the lies and disinformation. It's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Alex Jones Show. I'm David Knight, and we're getting ready to take your calls here. We were just playing some clips from the border. We have an InfoWars crew that's down there right now. Joe Biggs has been filing reports, walking up and down the border, flying over it, showing you exactly what the border looks like in Arizona, exactly how they're coming through. And, of course, it ranges from being very easy to get through to areas where you've got drug cartels essentially using acetylene torches to cut through. So it's all over the place. I want to get your take on what we do to control the collapsing border situation, to control the economy that is going to be collapsing once we bring all these people in, give them amnesty, as Luis Gutierrez has said. Obama is going to use executive orders to grant amnesty to 3, 4, 5 million people, according to him. Now, we also have Steve Stockman, who went to the border and said Obama is begging to be impeached. Now, he went down with a WorldNet Daily crew to the Rio Grande Valley on Friday night, and they did essentially the same thing. They tried to talk to border control agents there who refused to talk to them and then started trailing them, just like they did our crew when we went down there. Stockman said, Obama wants us to impeach him now before the midterm election because his senior advisors believe that's the only chance the Democratic Party has to avoid a major electoral defeat. Evidently, Obama believes impeachment could motivate the Democrat Party to come out and vote. Now, we see the similar thing coming from someone who's been with the Obama administration since the very beginning, that is Dan Pfeiffer. And he said the president, acting on immigration reform, will certainly up the likelihood that Republicans would contemplate impeachment at some point, because he's talking about how they're going to float some reforms, as they call it, some executive orders before the November midterm elections. As a matter of fact, in Time magazine, they bragged about it. They said Obama is eyeing major immigration moves. They said activists met privately with the president and his aides back in June 30th. And Obama suggested even back then that he will act before the November midterm elections. And of course, we have Senator Pete Sessions saying that we need to melt Congress's phone lines to stop Obama's planned executive action. And again, he's saying that he's concerned that he's going to grant amnesty to 3 to 5 million people, just as Guterres has said. He says it would be wrong for any member of the House or Senate to support any border crisis bill that doesn't end DACA. That's the DREAM Act, essentially the amnesty for the younger children. That's what's drawing them in, I believe. And so the question is, should they stand on principle? They're going to lose if they try to impeach him before the elections. Or should they just give him a pass in a kind of a cynical political move? Now, before I take your calls, I want to go back and play the rest of this video that we had. It's fairly short. I got 2 more short videos of Joe Biggs down at the border. Now, what we had just played, he was walking along showing some steel girders that were up vertically. I'll describe this because this is predominantly a radio show. People can watch this video feed on our website. But if you're listening on the radio, what they had were girders, steel girders going up, and then steel cross-hatching between that. He said they just cut through with an acetylene torch. And the Border Patrol goes along and writes on the girders when it was cut and when they repaired it. Now, here's what else he had to say.
What they do is there's a smuggling route right back here. A truck can get through. They drive up here, and they bring acetylene gas torches up here. They cut through this huge fence right here, make it big enough for the truck to get through. They cut through these I-beams with a torch and then take that down. And then what they have is a complete open route into our country to smuggle drugs. This is not by accident. This is a design by the Obama administration. And not only just them, our entire government as a whole has a hand in this. The Fast and Furious, all these things are happening. We make money getting their drugs. We sell them weapons. This is a huge issue that needs to be looked at. It's not just the illegals coming through. It's the drugs flooding our borders to help dumb our people down, essentially. I mean, this is a mind-blowing thing that's happening out here, and we just need more people in America to care about this and watch what's going on and do something about it. I'm Joe Biggs.
We're told that they have the border under control, that they have a fence, that we don't need to worry about that. And, of course, the GOP says we can have immigration reform as long as we've got the border controlled. But I want you to take a look at some. Have you guys got the next clip queued up yet? Okay, let's go with that. Let's go. This is the border fence as a multi-billion-dollar facade. Here's Joe Biggs again.
I'm Joe Biggs with Infowars.com in Cochise County, Arizona, with Glenn Spencer. Now, we are right on the border, as you can see. From what Glenn told me a second ago, they spend about $3 million every mile or so to build this fence, and yet they have left this completely wide open. Now, tell me why this happens.
Well, we're known for monsoons between really July, August, September. We have heavy rain.
Pause it there for a second. I want to describe this for the people who are listening on the radio. So what you see there is a fence that costs $3 million per mile to build. A very heavy metal fence. And what they've done is just lifted it straight up, and all that remains on the bottom part is about 3 strands of barbed wire that are running across there. Kind of like a cattle fence, let's say. Go ahead, continue.
What they've done here, because this is a wash, this is a low spot, what they've done is they've cut the holes in the fence and put in these gates and raised them up so the water can come through. Now, these are up, I don't know, usually 2 or 3 months out of the year. As you can see, you could just walk right through.
$3 million was spent on this section, and it is completely left wide open. I mean, right here they have a lock, And you can tell that someone goes through the trouble to bring a crane out here, not a crane, but a forklift, lift these up and lock these completely in. Yeah, and it's as easy as walking in.
That's right.
Yeah,
right.
they don't
and
even
you can
have
see
to.
Footprints over here.
Pause it there. They don't even have to. They show the footprints on the other side. They don't even have to cut the barbed wire, because it's got a spacing between it that you could just kind of duck through that thing and just walk right through. Let's go to Randy in Texas. Randy, what do you think about this? What do you think about impeachment? What do you think about the border situation?
Yeah, I think that Obama wants to be impeached, because if we start impeachment against him, then that's going to energize the Democratic base to come out and vote in the midterm elections.
That's right. But what do we do? Do we just give him a pass on all these different things that he's done? I mean, there's got to be something there that we could get bipartisan support on, where he has transgressed the rule of law, transgressed the Constitution. I mean, couldn't we impeach him on the civil liberties issue, for example, on the NDAA? There are a lot of people in the Democrat Party that understand how bad that is. And if you remember at the beginning of the program, when I was playing those quotes from Obama back in 2007, 2008, he was talking about how bad the Patriot Act was. Well, it is bad. He's put it on steroids, and he pointed out that the worst stuff that was in there were executive orders. Well, he's done the same sort of things. He's done drone killings. He's killed an American citizen and that American citizen's son, who wasn't even accused of anything, with targeted drone assassinations. Isn't that something that we could impeach him for and get support from the left as well as from the right?
Yes, we'd have to be careful on what we would impeach him on, because automatically the propaganda wing of the White House, MSNBC, would say that, the only reason that they're wanting to impeach him is because they're a bunch of racist Tea Party people.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we have to pick which things we do very carefully, because if we pick something that is a standard Republican issue, then they're just going to dismiss it as partisan politics. The problem is that what should be bipartisan issues, the things like the targeted drone assassinations, the things like the NSA dragnet spying, those things are things that the Republicans want to do. They would love to do that. They don't care about civil liberties. So it's very hard to build a bipartisan coalition to stop criminal executive actions, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm afraid that if we do try to go ahead and impeach him, it's just going to play into his hands. I think that the best thing to do is to go ahead and try to impeach him on any executive action he takes on immigration, and just keep pounding home the point that...
well, that's still going to be a partisan issue. That's going to be easy for them to spend. Hang on. Thank you, Randy in Texas. We'll be right back. We're going to go to Joe in Arkansas. We'll be taking your calls on whether or not Obama should be impeached, and for what should he be impeached. We'll be right back.
Alex Jones here for Infowars.com. In the month of July, we have got giant specials on everything at MadeIn1776.com. The already discounted Made in 1776 t-shirts are only $17.76. We have the new belt buckles that in only 2 weeks of sale are very close to selling out. There's only 500 of each. We're talking about Made in America belt buckles in nickeled brass. This is more than a summer blowout special. This is a new declaration of independence. But to expand the InfoWar, we're offering the equivalent of more than 5 months free right now when you get a membership at PrisonPlanet.tv. For a limited time, only $39.95 a year. That's more than 5 months free off the regular price. Not just this July 4th weekend, but the entire month of July at MadeIn1776.com. Molon Labe, you can take my gun from my cold, dead hands. I began to get into iodine a few years ago because it was helping me and my family so much get healthy and detoxify. Most people know that iodine deficiency has been a crisis around the world. Iodine is key to so many of the body's functions, especially the thyroid. I discovered a product being developed by Dr. Group. You now know it as Survival Shield, true nascent iodine that your body can really absorb. Then, about a year ago, he said, listen, if you think this is powerful, I'm going to come out with rare earth, deep earth crystals. And the results that I personally have had have been life-changing. Nobody else has got iodine based on these pure crystals, ladies and gentlemen. This is innovating, and the best part is it helps fund Infowars.com, the radio show, the TV show, the whole media operation promoting true libertarian ideas. For a limited